The starling, known as the étourneau in France, is a common bird throughout North and Central Europe, as well as in North Africa and North America. Starlings are gregarious birds and like very much to be together in small or large groups. We see starlings usually when they come into our gardens to feed or to bathe. They are regarded by most people as very ordinary and unimportant birds, probably because they are so numerous and widespread. But there is one feature of the starlings that many people have never seen and never even heard of, and that is the winter roost. No one knows exactly why the birds perform this magnificent aerial display. Some ornithologists believe that they do it in order to confuse predators such as the peregrine falcon, which we've just seen. But I don't believe that the starlings are any more safe flying in a very large group than they would be flying in a small group or flying alone in the sky. The peregrine is a very strong flyer and 4 times faster than the starling. This peregrine has just caught a starling for his supper. He caught it from a flock of about 100,000, so the large group was no protection for this unfortunate victim. The peregrine simply has to fly above the slow-moving flock of starlings and then dive in at high speed to select any bird he chooses on the edge of the group. The starlings can all see what is going on, and that is why they make these fantastic shapes in the sky as they swerve and weave about sideways and always to avoid the attacks of the peregrine. But no matter which way the starlings turn to confuse the predators, the peregrine always gets his supper. It is amazing that we can see all these fantastic, surrealistic shapes in the sky simply because a predator wants to eat a starling. The starlings are a great distraction for the speeding motorists on the M74, and now and again they toot their horns in response to the fascinating display going on just above their vehicles. The sounds made by the whirring wings of 100,000 starlings is quite audible to the ears, but it's not recordable because of the background noise of traffic. In fact, it's not a background noise, the traffic is a foreground noise, and it's abominable, so we have to replace that sound by music. At least the music allows us to enjoy the spectacle provided by the birds without being drowned out by lorries and cars. The starlings continue this fascinating display no matter how many predators are attacking the flock, and eventually, as the evening gets darker and darker, the birds descend into the wood where they will roost for the night in comparative safety. In spite of the constant attacks of the predators, the starlings will be back again tomorrow evening at sunset. They will display in the air for about 50 or 60 minutes, and then, as always, they will descend into the wood for a quiet night of sleep.